So something we often hear about is move-in day, when students can finally get in to live in their dorms and to have those memorable college experiences. But something that we often don't discuss is the commuters. Hi, Tori. How are you doing?
Hi, I'm doing good.
Okay, that's great. All right, let's get into it. So, the first thing I do want to ask you is, how did you approach the issue of commuter engagement?
Yeah, so I myself am a commuter, so I know a little bit about what goes into engagement here on the campus, but I'm not super familiar with it. So
Right.
I knew from past stories that I've done
Mm-hmm.
that there was an issue with getting commuters involved on Cabrini's campus. So I really wanted to dive into that and see why that was and potential solutions to that problem.
Yeah, I think that's really interesting because like I feel like commuter engagement is just like really important because it's just like something that no one really like talks about or like really cares about. And I think that goes into my next question as to what did you hear from other commuters about where like the commuter lounge could like be or like where or like what improvements could like be made to for like commuter engagement.
So for this story, I really tried to get a wide range of commuters
Yeah.
to be interviewed so that I had varying opinions. And
Mm-hmm.
the one thing that everybody who I interviewed said was, please do not make the commuter lounge in the basement of the
Yes,
library.
yes.
Unfortunately, it is in the basement of the
Mhm.
library on campus.
Yeah.
It's really far out of the way.
Mhm.
It kind of just looks like it was a second thought.
Right.
A lot of the sources that I interviewed said that the vending machines don't always work. It's not really reliable down there. And they would really like a place where they could feel welcome and like they have a community on campus.
Yeah, I can definitely attest to that. Like when I was living here on campus, I did not know what the commuter lounge was at all, and I had friends who were commuters, and like they would often complain about why about the commuter lounge like being so below ground, and like every time during like winter it would like be like extremely hot, like the heat was like it was too much.
Yes.
So like I think just having the commuter lounge so hidden, like it keeps moving from one place to the other, it just makes it difficult for like commuters to have their own, well, community. Uh,
Exactly.
yeah.
And unfortunately, with campus, it's not really like there is another place that it could be.
Yeah.
So that's kind of the only place where it can be. And it's just a shame that not really a lot of commuters know about it. I didn't know about it before I wrote this story. So that's really saying a lot. And I think that commuter engagement's important and also engagement of all the students on campus is important. Because SEAL does do events for
Mhm.
people living on campus that commuters are always welcome to attend. That's always open. So it's not a matter of there not being events on campus. It's a matter of the commuters don't want to stay on campus. They
Yeah.
don't want to go to the events. And that is really the problem that I found
Mhm.
while doing this article.
Yeah, and like I think something else I want to ask is like, did like were there any commuters that like said any did like commuters ask or like tell you about any improvements that could be made with commuter engagement?
Yeah, so I think everybody pretty much had the same thing, was some kind of student center on campus that would not only benefit the commuters, but it would also benefit the people that are living on campus.
Yeah.
And I know Cabrini is trying to get more people to enroll, more people to live on campus, but there needs to be amenities other
Exactly.
than just
Yes.
events that are
Yes.
happening, something that makes people want to stay on campus,
Yeah.
want to be here. Because as of now, commuters, they come to their classes, they go. The commuter lounge closes when the library
Yes.
closes, which is at 5 o'clock.
Mhm.
So there's really nothing keeping commuters here.
Exactly. And like I think to go like deeper into the discussion, I think something that we really don't touch on is like there's a lot of other colleges that like offer way more stuff, not even just for commuters, but like for all students. Like I know, especially for like Villanova, which is literally like right across the street, like they literally they have like a on-campus bar that like upper classmen can like go to and like hang out and have fun. They also have like different kinds of like restaurants and stuff that aren't just like the regular caf, but like they have sanctioned restaurants that people can go to, just to get like different, like something different. And not even that, they also offer like money that you can use at other places on the main line. And those are just some of the things that like Cabrini just does not offer. And I feel like that's really the reason why engagement is so low, not only for commuters, but for all students, because like after classes and like the events, what else is there to do?
Right, and
Yeah.
there was last year an article that came out in the Loquitur about Cabrini being a suitcase school, and I think that not having those amenities on campus, not only for commuters, but for the people who are living here, really goes into Cabrini being a suitcase
Yeah.
campus, unfortunately. So I think that if there's going to be things on campus that draws people to stay here, draws people who are living here to stay on campus, then a quote actually from one of my sources that really is sticking out to me right now is, get people involved and campus will be booming. And I think
Yeah.
that's really like the issue here is getting people to be involved on campus.
Right. Well, I'm really glad we had this conversation. I can only hope that we can find a solution, and that we can not, and that we can make Cabrini not only a comfortable campus for not just commuters, but also for residents, and so that we can like have a place where like we can all feel like welcomed, and I just think that's really important. So I'm really glad to talk to you, Tori.
Thanks for
Yeah.
having me.
Of course.